Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how Pearson tool can give you points to your responses in right-one dictation of the listening module of Pearson Test of English Academic. And as you all know that we get this question, right-one dictation question at the end of your exam itself. And this happens to be the last question in the exam, of course, in the listening module. So let me tell you how this is going to happen. First of all, let's see how this question looks like on the screen on the day of the exam. So this is how it looks like. So in the audio file, the speaker dictates you a sentence and you listen to it and you have a space to write your response. And people write this response in different ways, of course, right? So when you write your response in different ways, how Pearson tool gives you points. That is what actually I'm going to explain. In this video, you would listen to 15 audio tracks also, and I will show you responses of different people in the sense how people may write in different ways and how your response can get you points. So that's what actually we are going to look at. So look at that now. So content assessment in your response is going to be assessed considering three aspects. But most among them, the most significant one happens to be grammar. In the sense, your response should be recognized as a sentence by Pearson tool. Only then you get points to your words in the sentence. Otherwise, if Pearson tool does not recognize your response as a sentence, first of all, you don't get any points to your response, even though many words match. And imagine that your response is correct as far as grammar is concerned. The right Pearson tool does not highlight your response as a mistake from grammar perspective. Then what happens? You get points to your words in your sentence. Any word that is spelled correctly, you get those number of points. And the third one happens to be sequence. So first of all, people approach this question in different ways. Some people, they write the answer in the response box, whatever the space that we have. People write the response then and there itself. They don't want to make a note here and there. In the sense, though Pearson gives you a notepad to make a note, some people do not use it for dictation because they feel that if they write somewhere else, their memory might fade. So that's why they would like to write on the screen itself. And some people, of course, write, they use the notepad for the sake of writing the first three words of the sentence or last three words of the sentence. And some people are most comfortable writing the entire sentence with a marker in the notepad that is given to us at the exam center because they feel they can write faster that way. And after writing in the notepad, they would like to bring it back onto the screen and they'll type it. That's a different category. So let's listen to some sentences now, and I'll provide you some responses and how Pearson can give you points if you write that way in different ways. So let's see. First, can you listen to one sentence?
A celebrated theory is still the source of great controversy.
So we have got 10 words and 10 points if you write in this first scenario. And if you look at the second scenario, instead of writing is, you have written was. So Pearson tool recognizes this response of yours as a sentence. Then we can get points. Only was will not get points. And rest of the words are correct as far as spell is concerned. So we get 9 points out of 10. In the third scenario, instead of writing yes, we wrote are. When you write are, what happens? Subject is what singular. A celebrated theory is singular, so are. So there is a disagreement between subject and the verb. So we don't get points. We get 0 because that is not recognized as a grammatically right sentence by Pearson. So if you look at this fourth scenario, we get 8 out of 10 because it's a sentence first and then maybe a couple of words got dropped in your response, but that does not, that way of writing your response definitely gives you points. There is no penalty for, of course, there's nothing called negative marking for right-one dictation. And the fifth way, if you write like this in the fifth scenario, imagine a test taker writes this way, then we don't get a points because the tool does not recognize your response as a sentence because there is no subject, there is no verb. Maybe. Let's listen to next sentence.
A computer virus has destroyed all my files.
So let's see. A computer virus has destroyed all my files. There are 8 words, and if you write the same way, we get all 8 points because all words are correct as far as spell is concerned. First is grammar is correct, then spell of all these 8 words correct. Look at the second scenario. Instead of writing has, you have written have. Then virus is singular and have you are writing. So there is a disconnect. There is a disagreement between subject and the verb. So we don't get points because the tool does not recognize your response as a sentence. Third scenario, Instead of writing has, if you write had, we get points at least for 7 words because 7 words are matching. First of all, it's a sentence, and sentence and words match, spell matches with at least 7 words. So 7 points we get. In the fourth scenario, instead of writing computer, imagine you have written laptop. So laptop will be recognized as a spell error, and rest of the words we get points because that's a sentence and 6 words are matching, so we get 6 points. Next sentence, listen.
A good academic essay should have a clear argument.
There are 9 words, 9 points if you write as is. Second scenario, instead of writing good, imagine you have written fair, and instead of writing should, you have written would. We still get points because second scenario way of writing sentence is correct as far as grammar is concerned. So fair and would will be treated as spell errors. So 7 points we get. Third scenario, a good essay should have argument. Actually speaking, yeah, you can still get 7 points, but of course it should be an argument. There is a likelihood of getting at least 5 to 7 points. Next sentence, can you listen to?
A good architectural structure should be usable, durable, and beautiful.
There are 10 words, 10 points. So there could be a challenge with a few words in Pearson sentences, with respect to spell, architectural. So imagine good is missing in your response. Maybe some other word is also missing. What is missing? Usable, right? Some other word. So we get 8 points because it's a sentence first. In the third scenario, you get 9 out of 10 because one word is missing. So we still get points. In the fourth scenario, instead of writing should, if you write might, still that sentence is what? Will be recognized as a sentence by Pearson, right? Your response will be recognized as a sentence. So we get points. Next sentence.
A good scientific paper should have clear arguments.
So there are 8 words, 8 points. Instead of writing should, imagine you have written must. Even then, that's a sentence, so we get 7 out of 8. Third scenario, a scientific paper should have clear arguments, 7 out of 8, because you missed one word. In the sense, where instead of, yeah, that's fine, one word is missing. In the fourth scenario, you may get 0 because that will not be recognized as a sentence because paper is singular, so have, we cannot write that way. So there is a disagreement between subject and the verb. So we may not get points at all in this scenario. Listen to the next one.
A lack of sleep can increase the chance of some illnesses.
So these sentences are very frequently asked. That's what we, test takers say. Look at this. A lack of sleep can increase the chance of some illnesses. 11 words. Look at the second scenario. Instead of writing can, imagine you have written may. Then we'll still get what 10 out of 11. One word may will be recognized as a spell error. So we get 10 points because 10 words are matching with the Pearson sentence. Next, the third scenario, you get 10 out of 11 because only one word got dropped. So we will get 10 points because 10 words are matching. And in the fourth scenario, if you look at 10 out of 11, you'll get because only one word is missing. A is missing. So A is also what considered to be a word. But that's okay. If you just miss, that's not a wrong sentence. Sentence is right. 10 words are matching. So we get points. Next sentence.
A person's educational level is closely related to his economic background.
There are 11 words here, 11 points. Look at the second scenario. A person's educational level is related to his background. Maybe one couple of words you got missed, right? When you miss those words, that's fine. Still, you get points because sentence is right as far as grammar is concerned. So you get 9 out of 11. Look at the third scenario. You get 10 out of 11 because is you did not write. You wrote was, but that's still considered to be a sentence, and was will be treated as a spell error. So we get 10 out of 11. Look at the next scenario in the next sentence.
A very basic feature of computing is counting and calculating.
So there are 10 points, 10 words, 10 points. Imagine you wrote 9 only. That's a sentence. A basic feature of computing is counting and calculating. So you missed one word. That's fine, right? Because that's a sentence. A very basic feature of computing is counting. You missed out maybe a couple of words. That is still fine because that's a sentence. Sentence means what? We have a subject. A basic feature of computing subject is what? right? Verb, right? So when there is a subject and the verb, that is going to be considered to be a sentence. Next sentence.
A wide range of aspects are covered in this subject.
That's a sentence, 10 words. A wide range of aspects are covered in the subject. Second scenario, if you look at a range of aspects, wide is missing. Even then, you'll get what? Points because that is still considered to be a sentence. Only one word you missed out. In the third scenario, a wide range of aspects in this subject, you cannot get any point because there is no verb first. So the tool will not recognize your response as a sentence. And in the fourth scenario, instead of writing or, you wrote verb. You will still get points 9 out of 10 because that word will be treated as a spell mistake. Next sentence, please.
A world-renowned expert of financial management will give a guest lecture.
So we have 11 words, and if I write as T's, we'll get 11 out of 11. And how Pearson distributes these points between listening and writing, only Pearson knows. But definitely there is a significant contribution from this question to listening and writing as well. And if you look at the second scenario, you get 8 out of 11 because you missed 3 words, but that's a sentence. And third scenario, a world-renowned expert of financial management, instead of writing will, you wrote may, so you get 10 out of 11. Next sentence.
Academic problems cause a rise in employment.
So there are 7 words. So when you get a short sentence, the chance there may be the scope for you making mistake would be pretty remote because it's easy to remember when the sentence length is very short. Academic problems causes. So that's a subject plus verb disagreement, we call it. When the subject is plural, we cannot add yes to the verb. So we get 0. The tool will recognize your response as a wrong sentence. So we get 0. And third scenario gets 6 out of 7 because only one word is considered to be a spell mistake. Next sentence.
Accountancy students need to submit their dissertations this week.
So we have got 9 out of 9 points we can get. See, there could be a challenge with respect to spells, maybe 1 or 2 words in the Pearson sentences like dissertations, accountancy. So there could be some words. So that's why you can watch my video on spells, in the sense how frequently used words also we make mistake when it comes to writing the word spell by ourselves, because we don't focus on spells. But for this exam we have to focus on spells because the tool does not highlight errors while you write. So imagine you have written needs. So we are likely to get 0 because there is a subject plus verb disagreement. So the tool will not recognize it as a proper sentence. So in the third scenario, you get 7 out of 9, even though you don't write a full sentence, even though you missed out a couple of words, tool will look at your response as a sentence. And fourth scenario, you'll get 8 out of 9 because you just dropped one word.
Advanced technology will create growth in the economy.
So we have 8 words, 8 points, and instead of writing will, you have written may, but that is considered to be a sentence. So we get 7 out of 8. May is treated as a spell error. And third scenario, technology will create growth in the economy. You missed one word, so you get 7 out of 8. And in the next one, advanced technology creating. So we don't have any sentence in English structures like this. So we get 0. Tool will not recognize it as a proper sentence. So we get 0.
Advanced technology will grow the economy.
So there are just 6 words. So when you get a short sentence, I don't think that you'll have any challenge in writing it fully. But imagine you have written should instead of will, you will still get points because that's going to be a sentence. And if you look at, maybe you can listen to the next sentence. It could be a short sentence.
All answers must be examined and supported by relevant theory.
There are 10 words, 10 points. But if you write all as a word, you have removed it. And instead of writing must, you have written should. You will still get points, 8 out of 10. And look at the third scenario, you get 9 out of 10, only one word got dropped. So that's how. So you can keep watching my videos on right one dictation, because in these videos I would like to let you know uh, how Pearson can, because this question carries significant weight to your listening and writing modules. So for other course modules, maybe for training related, we have got three different types of training. For PT, classroom, offline, maybe you can call it offline. Second one is live online, and then we have for the other one, which is called mobile app, wherein all these sessions are recorded. So for more details, you can contact us. Thank you.